Oh my gosh. Again, bro. Again. Fucking 76. What can I expect though? I'm in the fucking third league. This shit gotta be tough. How'd you keep rapping off beat, bro? How? Talking about you getting on the track since when? Everybody's here, we don't need more friends. Just do you ain't gotta pretend. Just do you ain't gotta pretend. He was doing school while they were doing ends. Now he's doing money and them men are doing pen. You know about 6 or 5 of the men. You know about half of the men follow trends. He said to me, they put in the streets. That's what they wanted for me. And I said, G, someone can fix you a plate, but no one can force you to eat. Like when will he see himself as a king and not just a pawn in these streets? And when will we come together as a tribe and be what intended to be? I just wanna be free. Yeah. Away, I took a little time. I'll break.
This is Brian Anderson. Joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Shots good by Morant. Well, we're at the time of the calendar when some teams go through a midseason lull. Grant, what has to be done to avoid that?
Well, first of all, you have to keep your composure. You cannot panic. And, of course, this is when a coach earns his keep. Motivation becomes key. Keeping the players focused and making sure nobody starts coasting.
Here's Morant, following the score by Philadelphia. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the score by Philadelphia. And that one's good for Brooks.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Now here's Harden. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Embiid. Clock at 6. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
I don't think there's any question the Sixers made the biggest trade of last season, sending a huge package to the Nets and getting James Harden in return.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jackson gets the bucket. And Clark, in that Philly-Brooklyn trade, there were 5 players and 2 first-round draft picks involved.
And, B.A., they were big-time players Philly gave up. Simmons, Drummond, Seth Curry. But when you're playing for a title and you can add James Harden, I think you got to take that chance.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Jackson gets double-teamed. Over Tucker. That one a little long. The Sixers trailing. The 3, here's Harris. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
And over time, as his game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. Knows he has the green light.
Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. From Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
That's his first personal foul.
I'll tell you what, a lot can be said about the contract Harden took to stay in Philly. He took less than what he commanded to help the team sign depth and rotation players. A very big gesture from Harden, showing just how much he wants to win in Philly.
Harden hits them both.
Throughout years of play, one thing that has stayed consistent in the game of James Harden is remarkable ability to facilitate.
Now here's Embiid. He has 6. Yeah, that one's good. Embiid's got 8.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Morant with the slam!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
The assist from James Harden.
You got to admit that Harden just has a gift for finding assists, Clark.
Yeah, he really does, B.A., and it's so amazing to watch. I mean, he's a guy that specializes in torching people one-on-one. But he's also almost as good setting other people up. Maybe it all comes back to how good he is at reading defenders. And I think there's something to be said for that.
And the 76ers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
76ers, PNC.
The Sixers leading. Embiid inside. He's got 10. Misses in close. Here's Jackson. And he comes up with a bucket. He has 6.
Desmond Bain.
Harden from outside. The Sixers again can't hit. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Outside for Morant. No good with the triple. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Harris. Back to Korkmaz. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
More than likely, if there's a second chance bucket to be had, Embiid will get it. Makes him work even harder on the boards when he knows there's pay dirt at the end of it.
Joel Embiid, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. Between the scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdowns for the 76ers.
Hey, we're locked into watching some old school basketball here, fellas. Working the post to start it out, playing inside out. Looks like a game plan from back in my time.
And another thing, they've been on the attack tonight, going right at defenders with the ball in their hands early.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million, guys.
All right, thanks, Allie.
Montrezl Harrell can be so many things for this team. One of the best small ball fives in the NBA.
We we've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And a little more about Montrezl Harrell. What an addition he is to any roster club.
I agree with you, B.A., whether he's starting or coming off the bench. Harrell brings great energy and production. A real injection as a spark plug.
Memphis trailing here. And Morant gets it to go.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Milton for three. Here's Harrell. No good on the shot. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Inside. And the basket by Clark.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Philadelphia calls timeout. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Dunkers out there. Some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision. This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three.
Oh, hey, how about
big time right there. Big time.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Count it. Good. And now a 6-point 76ers lead.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Timeout call. Memphis.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than
Substitution for your 76ers.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Up top, Bain. And Embiid with the block.
Look at how well Embiid uses his size on defense there, swatting down the shot and doing it with authority.
And that one drops for him. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Outside Bain. To the paint. Oh, stolen by Embiid. For 3, Maxey. It's rebounded by Memphis. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Last season, they got swept in a 2-game season series against this opponent. I'm sure they're looking for payback tonight.
And, they might not be in the same conference, but any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
To the inside. 5 on the clock. On the break. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And then Harden with the jam!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jones. Now here's Brooks. And here's Adams. Pounded by Harris. Now Jones. Embiid brings a double team. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Sixers ball. Grizzlies substitution. Santi Aldama. Zaire Williams. John Conchar.
Outside Harden. To the left side wing. Maxey, that's good.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill. Incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers.
Score.
Earning.
Your Sixers. 44. The Grizzlies. 30.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books.
Philadelphia, please welcome to the court your Sixers ENT.
Now Philadelphia with it. Outside Maxey. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. James Harden, with plenty of confidence, said not to brag or anything, but I'm really good at this game. I'm unselfish. I play the right way. I don't try to do anything I can't do or that doesn't benefit our team. And that mindset keeps me in a good place. Yeah?
Very self-assured, Allie. Thank you.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Pass to Morant. Brooks with it. The three is up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player. They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
All right, Philadelphia, let's show some brotherly love to your 76ers.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Outside Maxey. Melton on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, B.A., and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
To the middle. Pass to Niang. Over Brooks. Again, the Sixers score.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Now Morant. 15 points in the game. No good that time. Oh, great D that time from Harold.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Brandon Clark.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
But things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Maxey, that's good.
The offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Brooks. There's the triple. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Here's Harrell. And Harrell throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Brooks outside. No good from outside. Here's Philadelphia. Harris. And Harris throws it down.
I'll tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
Timeout call, Memphis.
There's a lot to like about Tobias Harris. His comportment, his versatility. He's adaptable. I think that stands out as well. I mean, he's had to play a lot of roles on different teams, and he's done them all at a high level.
.146 left to play in the third. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his second.
Well, with Harris, he's willing to sacrifice a larger role for the betterment of his team, Clark.
Yeah, and B, I think that speaks to his desire to play winning basketball, to play the game the right way, to play to his strengths and not try to do more than he can. Whether he's looked at as a primary scoring option or simply being a spot-up shooter or one of three options, Harris has that disposition that says, I'll do whatever it takes.
Outside Morant. On the take. And then Morant with the dunk.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Here's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Morant. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Embiid.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
And last season's scoring champion, Joel Embiid, the first center to lead the league in scoring since Big Shaq way back in the 2000 season. Just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Coming up to the floor for your Sixers.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Thibault on the wing. Oh, they get a hand on it. .16 seconds left in the third quarter. Milton. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Sixers on top. They lead by 14.
The Grizzlies, 52.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. The rebound by Embiid. Right side, Harden. And the basket is good.
Not many guys have a handle like James Harden. Exceptional at slicing up the defense.
Outside for Brooks. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 23.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
From deep, Morant. From beyond the arc, and then some.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Left side, Tucker. All sorts of time. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Got out.
You know, we've seen Tucker extend his range over the years, but it's still not that extended. I mean, this in-between area is probably more of his natural comfort zone.
And the Grizzlies call time here. You can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Jones from outside. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Brooks. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Steven adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. This is really amazing. I mean, from March 1st, 2014 to October 26, 2016, Joel Embiid didn't play in a basketball game. 31 long months, rehabbing back and foot injury.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Pass to Embiid. Outside Tucker. Here's Harris. Count that bucket. Well, give Philadelphia credit. They didn't rush Embiid back.
They, in fact, trusted the process, pun intended, folks. And Joel has returned the favor. An MVP caliber center who changes a franchise. He is a franchise cornerstone piece. A great example of how being patient and doing what's best for the player ends up being a winning combination for all.
The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
On the wing, Brooks. Outside Jones. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They led by as many as 18. Here's Embiid. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Embiid's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to deal with Embiid as my assignment tonight. I mean, he's taking everybody to school. Stay out of the big fella's way because he's doing work.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Back to Maxey. Free throw line jumper. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First personal foul.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
You know, something else that stood out to me is the fact that they continued to force it inside. They were intentional about getting that ball in the paint, and they were looking to score whenever possible in the post.
So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. And that one falls for Jackson.
the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for the Sixers.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
Shooting from Memphis.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
The chess match between these coaches just getting started. They face off 3 times, so we'll see how they both adjust when they meet later in the year against the Grizzlies.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Joel Embiid.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Pass to Aldama. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. Outside Harden. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Philadelphia ball.
Embiid inside. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
Memphis calls timeout. They're down by 18. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Morant.
Philadelphia. Let's show some brotherly
And another miss by Memphis.
76ers. You can't be.
So no problem for Phil.